Hello, this is Mike Poore, the Superintendent of Little Rock Public Schools. Today I want to provide my second update. I did one last week in terms of a form of a letter on COVID-19. Today, a little bit more personal message through a videotape. We also will provide an additional letter tomorrow on this matter. I think when you think of COVID-19, one of the things that I want to try to demonstrate is that as much as we can provide facts, that will prevent fear. And I know that there are some people that get anxiety fairly easily, and we probably all have that within some form of one of our family members. Could be a grandpa or grandma, or it could be a child, or it might even be us that can easily get swayed and become fearful. I want to try to share several things that I hope will help today. One is there's a great website that's available right here in Arkansas called healthy.arkansas.gov. And so if you go to that, it actually shares all the most up-to-date information of the number of people that are being observed, the number of people that have been tested, and that site is active. It also creates links into the CDC website so that you can learn about different things that you can do as an individual, whether you feel like you're getting sick or whether you want to try to prevent getting sick. I want to compliment our governor, who's been out in front of this almost 10 days ago with a message to our state, followed by all of our health providers at the major hospitals and the doctors of this community. I also want to compliment the nurses that are part of any school district, but especially those in Little Rock School District who work day in and day out to try to keep our kids healthy. This is not the first time that we've actually interacted with such a thing. Some of you might remember in 2009, H1N1, or in 2014, we had the Ebola situation. So we have previously prepared for situations like this, and so we have those things kind of in our bank. Even in our school district, we've talked and prepared for those exact situations, and now we are faced with COVID-19. Probably one of the most important things we can do is just being proactive and be smart. So being smart are everything like, and I'm one of the most guilty guys on this. We cannot go out and handshake and high five and give hugs to folks like maybe we have in the past. The smart thing is a fist bump or an elbow bump for a greeting. And secondly, we can't overemphasize washing your hands. And to wash your hands for a span of time that really equals out 20 seconds worth of time. And we not only as adults can do that, but we need to demonstrate that for our youngest ones so that they are able to wash their hands effectively. Finally, we can be smart by, if you're sick, stay home. Make sure that you take care of yourself. If you have a fever, make sure that you call your doctor to get advice on what next steps should be taken. We also can be smart by doing some other things. I know that staff has the best of intentions, but this past week we had staff bringing in alcohol-based disinfectant or soap. The challenge for that is that young people wash their hands, they're not used to it, and then the very first thing that they do is go take their hands to their face, and we had some students that had eye issues because of that type of disinfectant. So we have good soap within our school environments. If we soap and wash properly, that will work great. Hand wipes are another thing that can be an irritant to some folks who are allergic to the type of scent or the type of treatment that's inside those hand wipes. So we want to try to avoid those as best as possible. And then finally, bleach products should not be brought into the school because again, that can cause some form of illness. Finally, if you do end up getting sick, we need to make sure not to go to the hospital or to your doctor, but if you have a flu, call your doctor. That's what we've been told is the best mechanism to work with a physician and to call and to get advice of what next steps need to be taken. Remember that when you look at COVID-19, the mortality rate is less than 2%, which matches up with other types of viruses that have occurred in our history. That's not huge, but it is significant. We can do all sorts of things to make sure that we ourselves don't get exposed by just proper health care. We need to make sure that we in fact do work with our kids on hand washing techniques and that we employ them ourselves. You will see videos coming into our schools in the next 2 weeks, and we're going to even have some of our kids produce some of those videos. We also will keep you informed on this as this thing progresses. I hope this is helpful to both students, staff, and parents. Remember that if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call the Little Rock School District and we will try to assist you. And I hope everyone has a good, healthy, and safe week. Thanks so much.